So Jonah Hill is a pretty beloved actor who has been relevant for the better part of the last 2 decades. He has played a variety of roles over the years, and has really seemed from the outside looking in like a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve. But now recently he has been involved in some drama surrounding his ex-girlfriend Sarah Brady, as she claims that Jonah Hill was a controlling misogynist during their time together.
Alright, so I guess ultimately, have you heard what's been going on with the Jonah Hill situation? You know who Jonah Hill is?
Yes.
Okay, who is Jonah Hill?
Oh, he's in those funny movies like 21 Jump Street.
From my understanding, the background is that she is a professional surfer. And so, I don't know, just from seeing some of the things, it sounds like that he had some insecurities with his weight, throughout the years.
Over time, he has gone through a lot of changes when it comes to his personal image, as he's battled insecurities of being typecast as the fat guy in movies.
But are you still considered the fat guy when you go to a party or anything?
Do you have any other questions?
I did notice in a couple movies where, years ago where he had lost a whole lot of weight, and then he looks like he gained it back. And so it sounds like he's insecure about some things. Being that she is a surfer, she's probably in very good shape. And so, I don't know. Let's just see and so the controversy is that, like I said, between the text messages that he was sending to her.
And this story all really started on Instagram, as Sarah rapidly posted all of this different evidence against Jonah Hill on her story, where she mainly shares text messages that occurred between the two during their relationship.
And so they had a therapist that chimed in on some of these text messages.
Jonah Hill was using therapy speak to control his girlfriend Sarah, his now ex-girlfriend, and it's important that we go over this misuse of therapy language, which is kind of a thing these days, and how it can be super problematic as it masks controlling behavior under a commonly accepted positive concept, in this case, boundaries, making it harder for the person on the receiving end, Sarah, to challenge it. Okay, so Jonah is basically telling his professional surfer girlfriend, I am not going to be with you if you surf with men, have boundaryless friendships with men, model, post pictures in a bathing suit, or post suggestive pictures, and are friends with women who are in unstable places.
So, since I'm hearing that so far from this therapist, I guess, about some of the text messages, I mean, I don't know, as a female, how does it make you feel?
I don't know what she's posting. How many pictures is she posting? She posts all the time? I mean, that's what she does for a living. Those are her work clothes.
I guess it just depends on which pictures that she was posting. I guess he wasn't upset with all of them, but just some of them.
I mean, it's a bathing suit.
Jonah is basically telling his professional surfer girlfriend, I am not going to be with you if you surf with men, have boundaryless friendships with men, model, post pictures in a bathing suit, or post suggestive pictures, and are friends with women who are in unstable places. He goes on to say that these are my boundaries for a romantic relationship.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think there's a lot of factors. Like, it depends. Like, are they married? No. I mean, are they living together? How long have they been together? I mean, if they're just like, start seeing each other, the boyfriend and girlfriend, he's putting all these demands on her. No, I'm not okay with that.
Now, here's the thing. He said to be in a committed relationship. So he did put a disclaimer out there, to be in a committed relationship.
So they're not yet, but to be, that's what she has to do?
For him to be in a committed, he's saying this is what I would like for us to be in a committed relationship.
Yeah, see, I don't know about that. I mean, why would she take all that stuff down? And then if she does, who's not to say that he's not going to have another list of things that she has to comply with?
So if he's saying this is what he would like to be in a committed relationship, he is making his
demands
or boundaries.
Requests.
So you're protecting the woman's side.
I'm not. You always say that. I'm not protecting the woman.
So the thing is that, so what if she does the same thing here? Because like I said, the only thing we're hearing just
yeah, I don't think either one of them have the right to tell the other person what they need to do at this point. For him to feel comfortable in the relationship, that's what he needs her to do.
So is that wrong? Because he's expressing.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's not wrong if he's saying that that's what he needs, but it would be wrong for him to kind of make her do that and for her to feel like she has to do that. I mean, if she doesn't want to be in the relationship, she doesn't want to do it. She doesn't want to be in a relationship. I mean, she might lose him, and that's fine.
So first she says, this is a warning to all girls. If your partner is talking to you like this, make an exit plan. Love y'all. Call me if you need an ear. And then she says that she's removed all these different posts from his page, to which Jonah allegedly responds, "Good start, you don't seem to get it, but it's not my place to teach you. I've made my boundaries clear, you refuse to let go of some of them, and you've made that clear, and I hope it makes you happy." So basically this girl is some type of surfer, she's involved in all of this different surfer culture, and I guess that was actually the pair's connecting point when they first met, but as their relationship started to grow, he found himself uncomfortable with some of the pictures that she was posting onto Instagram, as well as some of the pictures that she had posted in the past before they met.
I feel like his requests are a little bit over the top. I mean, I could see if she was in her bedroom in a bathing suit doing stuff, like taking pictures of herself, but she's at the beach and she's surfing, and you wear a bathing suit at the beach.
But does he have the right to make the request?
100% he has it. And if that's what he feels comfortable with, and if she's not willing to compromise with that, then they're just not meant to be in a relationship because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a little bit over the top.
Sharing this publicly now because keeping it to myself was causing more damage to my mental health than sharing it could ever do. And then she shares some sort of old breakup text from Jonah. Even the person I loved and shared a bed with uses me and can't just be like, "Yeah, you were super nice. It hurts so badly, but I'm done apologizing. I was lovely to you." She then shares an apparent quote from her couples therapist that she had during their relationship. "She had me agree to paddle away from any man that approached me in the water. No matter his age, I was instructed to say, 'I'm going to go talk to my boyfriend,' and then paddle away." To which whoever she's talking to responds with, "That makes me want to stab someone. Wow, who is this therapist? What?" The text message from Jonah where he says, "Plain and simple, if you need surfing with men, boundaryless and appropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch, a coffee, or something respectful, I'm not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic relationship. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust."
So, I don't know how you feel about that text.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, something must have happened in the past. And yeah, I mean, I never was defending her. I feel like those boundaries are, for me, they would be a little excessive. But I mean, if something happened to make him feel that way, and she's not willing to, I mean, sometimes you have to, if you're trying to earn somebody's trust back, sometimes you have to go to the extreme. I mean, if she did do something to, I don't know, have him not trust her anymore, then yeah, I mean.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, to me, it sounds like he was being respectful with the way that he was trying to communicate, his boundaries. Now, what other conversations they had, sounds like they've been going to therapy, so it sounds like they've had some ongoing conversations about whatever may have been going on or may not have been going on. Like, listen, we're outsiders, we don't know. But it sounds like there's been more conversations outside these texts about, why these insecurities are there.
So then he just shares some more screenshots of some old posts that I'm guessing that he wanted her to take down. And he says, "Respect however you want to live your life, you only get one. I'm sort of done explaining myself." To which she replies, "3 removed, not the video yet. It is my best surfing video. Would you feel better if the cover frame was different? Any more specific ones that bother you?" And he says, "Yes, one that isn't of your ass in a thong. Not a thong, but K. And as far as other pictures of you in a bathing suit, surfing or not." She then goes on to say, "I too struggle with mental health, but I do not use it to control people like he did to me. It's been a year of healing and growth with the help of loved ones and doctors to get back to living my life without guilt, shame, and self-judgment for things as small as surfing in a swimsuit rather than a more conservative wetsuit."
I mean, some people say, well, he's giving an ultimatum where, it's either I'm going to leave you. Listen, if he has a set of boundaries, but here's the thing, if he has a set of boundaries and she doesn't want to meet his boundaries, then he has a right to leave. I mean, just like the same thing for a female. If a female says, I don't want you to have all these female friends, I don't want you, I don't want him answering these DMs, from these females that send him DM, and he keeps doing it, she has made her boundaries clear, and she also has the right, if he doesn't want to comply with those boundaries, to leave. I mean, I don't see any problem with it. I don't see any problem with it either way. And like I said, we don't know what the context is in the background.
She then shares more text from him where he says, "You're right, we can't do surf social things or develop trust until you consider me and make decisions that give regard to our relationship. I have been vulnerable as possible, and I'm telling you I'm needing you to step up to the plate, which you can, I'm sure of it. But these losers don't get your time if you want me. Straight up, it's consideration. I respect your love of surfing, but I respect myself as well, and your love of surfing and being in those situations and lack of awareness are not mutually exclusive. This isn't me, I have my own issues that I own, and this to me is where this whole thing gets a little bit crazy. She says, I hope my ex has a daughter. Maybe she'll turn him into a real feminist because the fact that he calls himself a feminist now is laughable. And then you see this story that came out earlier last month where he says Jonah Hill and his new girlfriend Olivia Miller step out after welcoming first baby. So she decided to come forward with all of this different information right after this guy had a kid with somebody else.
So now there's some more information coming out. So how do you feel about that now? So he's moved on with his life.
I feel like he's lucky he's moved on.
Now, who is seeming like to be the crazy one in the relationship before? He has moved on, has a new girlfriend, has had a baby, and basically didn't post any of this stuff, and now all these text messages are coming out. Who seems to be the unstable one in the relationship?
She's crazy. He definitely dodged a bullet, but I would not be able to be in a relationship with him.
I mean,
not only just for that, but all those follow-up text messages where he basically would say something but it's okay. No, it's not okay. That you keep going and saying like, oh, this, but it's okay. Enjoy your life.
Oh, it's okay. So basically what he's saying is like, you want to do that, it's okay.
Yeah,
but
that
it
only
just
takes
won't be
one
with
text
me.
message.
But
Why on and on and on and on? That is just too overwhelming for me. Sorry.
I mean, but he moved on.
Yeah, after 40 text messages.
It sounds like you're getting upset. But what I'm saying
Because you keep saying I always defend the female.
You weren't earlier, but what I'm saying is this, is that, here's the thing. Women will say is that, well, you don't talk to me enough. Then they'll say, well, you're talking too much. And so he was trying to, and then finally it just sounded like he moved on. But now for her to pull this move right now.
Yeah, that was not smart. But I mean, if all his text messages were about, I don't like you going to the bar, I don't like you doing, going out at night, I don't like the short skirt you're wearing, totally legit. This is what she does for a living.
I mean, but do you think those are the text messages? We're only hearing her side of the story. It's the same thing with the John DeMajors thing right now. And so, but what I'm saying is that ultimately at the end of the day for me, is that it seems like that he moved on his life and now she's waiting to put stuff out to cause drama in his life, and he has moved on.
Like she had her chance to take down all her photos and be with him.
No, she had her chance right after they broke up to go ahead and say what she wanted to say and put it out.
But she had her chance to be with him and she chose not to. And
she had her chance to put this stuff out right after they broke up when she was scoring the most.
Why would she do that?
Why would she do it right now?
She shouldn't be doing it at all.
But why would she do it right now?
I don't agree with that.
Crazy.
Why isn't her therapist directing her better?
Maybe her therapist is saying that, and this is why I don't like some therapists. And you do have to find, now this is not all therapists. Some therapists will tell you, well, you don't need to hold anything in. You need to let it out. Mm-hmm. This might be what the therapist told her to do. You need to just go ahead and express your feelings.
Maybe not what the therapist told her to do, but what she got from what the therapist was trying to tell her to do.
That's a problem too.
You need to release that anger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me release it all over the internet.
That's the problem too.
Why even come forward with all of this when this man is obviously in another relationship? He's already had a baby with someone else and moved on from whatever situation you guys had. She then shares more text from him where he says, it's just constant, doesn't reflect where we're at or where you say you want to be. I guess he's talking about her posting these pictures once again. I respect your skill in your surfing. I respect how you want to present yourself. I respect that you're hot and beautiful. And I respect however you want to live. But I also respect myself and what I'm interested in my own life and what I let into my heart and my inner circle. So celebrate yourself in your life however you please and shine bright. So yeah, just more text messages where he seems to be pretty clear about what he wants and why he wants it, and that if she cannot provide that to him, then that's fine too.
Now, I would have to agree with you. For that screenshot, he did send a whole bunch of text messages.
Just leave it alone.
That was a whole bunch of text messages. But hey, he got the point. I mean, at the end of the day, he got the point. And then look at the picture of the lady that he's with right now. I know she probably just had a baby, but she doesn't look like a surfer or a super. That's what I'm saying. She don't look happy. And so the problem that I have with a lot of guys sometimes, they get online and they complain about this, especially the manosphere and these red pill guys. They get online and they complain about these women, but some of these women are compatible with them. And so she obviously wasn't compatible with him. Yeah. Instead of him complaining online about her, he gave her, looks like a laundry list of his boundaries and tried to explain his boundaries, and she wasn't okay with him. And so what did he do? F this shit, I'm out. And I mean, that's what you got to do. I mean, and so the thing is that, and then it looks like that he found somebody that he's more compatible with. A lot of times when you find somebody that you're more compatible with, then you don't have the stress of going. Here's the thing, you can have a Ferrari, but there's a lot of maintenance that comes with a Ferrari. You can have an expensive car, but maybe you should just get a Honda Accord or a Toyota.
Things are not always what they appear to be.
Then she goes on to say that they need to boycott. I guess this is like Jonah Hill's show on Netflix or something like that. Another post saying people should boycott this show. She says she's bipolar and proud. She said she turned down employment opportunities for him. They just have ongoing conversations about what's considered to be appropriate when it comes to posting on Instagram. Jonah apparently responds, I would not date any one of these people. People who value their internet presence over their relationship is not where I'm at in life, and it's fine if that's where you're at in life. Wish you the best with it. Please stop sending me this stuff, thanks. Life will present real problems. These are unnecessary ones.
Oh, see, now it comes out. Please stop. Please stop sending me.
After he texted, I'm sorry if I'm the partner that just had a baby and you're sitting here having a conversation with your ex as to why we're not together.
So these are past text messages.
Okay.
These are past text messages
sent after
before
she had a baby, I thought.
No, but he released, these are text messages, old text messages that she's releasing that they had when they broke up.
Okay.
So it sounds like
I thought he was replying to them.
It sounds like he said, look, left her a lot of text messages, and then she kept sending him stuff, which we're not seeing that part. And then he said,
like,
please stop sending me this stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like, you hear one side of the relationship and we really don't know. Here's the thing. We're sitting here, outside still looking in. We don't really know what the context of all this stuff was. I mean, there could have been cheating. There could have not been cheating. There could have been a lot of stuff. Yeah, we don't know. But at the same time, to be honest with you, she's not looking good to me. She sounds a little crazy to me. And to send this stuff, right now when he's with another girl and they just had a child, seems selfish and very crazy and very narcissistic.
So yeah, it seems like he was just over talking about this topic at this point. I guess her point was, yo, look at what all these other women are doing, so it should be okay for me to do it. And he said, well, I've made my boundaries clear and I don't want you doing that. But if you do want to do that, it's okay. We just are not going to be together. And then this part is just kind of hilarious. She says, if I could have one wish for him, it would be that he is surrounded by feminist men who can hold him accountable to grow in the ways he has expressed he wants to. I think fame can put people in an echo chamber of viewpoints, which can enable emotionally abusive behavior. And I think this is crazy. Someone tells her, do you think Jonah will respond to all this? And she says, I hope not. I don't want to talk to him. He scares me. I just hope all this information reaches the people in his life who need it the most. And all those stories were from about 2 days ago. Yesterday, she continued to post a bunch of different things to her story, basically just validating the way she feels, messages from people saying, oh, you're so in the right, girl, keep speaking the truth, stuff like that. But I really want you guys to pay attention to this right here, because it's yet another reason why I'm not taking her seriously. This is a voice memo that she sent to someone else.
This is literally the biggest moment of my entire life. I became a meme. No, a man's demands of me are a summer bucket list meme. Ah! Let's go surfing, bitches. Wear whatever you want.
I don't know. Her voice doesn't make her seem, I don't know.
Mature?
Yeah, it sounds a little more cringe just actually hearing her talk now versus reading text messages. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you, I gotta go with the guy again on this one. And the reason why is because, listen, it sounded like that he didn't respond to any of this stuff, which is honestly the guy thing to do. I mean, listen, if she wants
he
to...
responded a few times.
No.
Oh, you're saying to this?
Yeah, to her putting all this stuff out. No, he responded in the time when they were going through their breakup.
That's the guy thing to do. That is the mature thing to do, and he was being mature.
Well, the thing is that, so when I say this, the guy thing to do, because if he was to respond back then anyway, is that he's going to be demonized by everyone. Now, he's still being demonized, but he would be demonized more. No matter what he said, if he responded back to, because people are like, well, why are you responding back to these things?
I mean, who cares about what everybody wants to do to him? But, I mean, He just had a baby with somebody.
Well, that's
That
what
is
I'm
the
saying.
person he needs to protect.
Well, that's what I'm
And
saying. If he was to respond to any of this
Yes.
stuff, they'd be like, "Well, don't you have a
That could hurt
female?"
her.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And not only is if this female really cared about females and what she's calling feminism and feminists, wouldn't she be trying to protect the
leave
feelings
this lady alone.
of
Yeah.
the lady who just had the baby?
Allow them time to enjoy their baby.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, well, even if she don't care about him, after you
It's
have the
jealous.
baby,
I mean,
after you
she's
have,
jealous, so,
yeah.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Bottom line does, yeah, she's jealous that he's moved on.
He's moved on, and now he's got this great thing going on in his life, and she's here by herself. So let's stir it up a little bit and knock him down a few pegs. Or
Let's
she
be
at
honest
least tried.
with you. Let's be honest with you. She's probably making. He was probably making a lot more money than these surfer guys are.
I'm
So
sure he
her
was.
lifestyle probably went from a couple pegs down. So that might be it.
Yeah. I mean, if he is as good as of a guy that he sounds like he is, I mean, he probably would have taken care of her if she just deleted her page and just, surfed whenever she wanted to surf. He probably would have just taken care of her. She probably didn't even have to work, but
could have just surfed for fun.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Probably paid for all her therapy sessions.
yeah. So listen. At the end of the day, you can't have it all. And if you're gonna have a street, you gotta have. I mean, honestly, I just think you gotta have a two-way street.